following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Arizona, Phoenix. Brother Mike back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Thanks for tuning into the radio program today. Today's Bible study, Live and Let Die. Like you, friend, just die. Will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? I'll make a couple of quick announcements while you make that call. Hey, thank you for tuning into the program. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in Central Phoenix. We're downtown on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. It's the red brick building. HardcoreChristianity.com is a website. If you go there, you'll notice we have 2 live services every week at 7 p.m. Arizona and Pacific time. Both those services have preaching, teaching, healing, and deliverance in it and are broadcast on our streaming channel, youtube.com/House of Healing AZ. When you go to the website, you can sign up for one of our free seminars or come to my deliverance and healing training class on the 4th Saturday of every month. It starts at noon. Please hit the PayPal button and send us another donation as you have for the last 20 years. Well, thank you for that. Don't forget about Sister Karen. She's on the homepage of the website, ready to list your house for sale. Thank you for all the referrals you've sent her. Live and let die. I don't know if you've noticed anything recently, but with the World Health Organization, the World Economic Conference, I don't know if you happen to have noticed that the world is kind of becoming one giant state in a way. I don't know if you've happened to notice anything odd going on here in the United States of America, but I got a couple of surprises for you. They're probably not really surprises. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. The God of this world has blinded the minds of those who do not believe, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. Who is the God of this world? Well, that's the Greek word aion, age. Who is the God of this age? Do you know? Yeah, you guessed it. It's Satan. And unless you've been living under a rock or you're an ostrich with your head stuck in the ground, you've looked at the United States of America and you can see it crashing right in front of your eyes. And you can see Satan taking over America, the land of the brave and the land of the free and the home of the brave. Here it is. We're going down the tubes and going down fast. Revelation chapter 12. The great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, who deceived the whole world. He deceived the whole world. What is Satan's plan right now? What is he up to? Well, it's materializing right in front of your eyes. Okay, the Great Reset is underway. The billionaires that run the planet are now in the process of elimination. They want you dead. Okay, you had your chance to live. Now it's time for you to die. Let me ask you a question hypothetically. What would you do if you ran the world and you wanted to kill a bunch of people? What would you do? What would you do if you ran America? Let's just take America, for example. What would you do? You're running the country and you say to yourself, hey, I need to thin the herd. I need to kill a bunch of people. We need to get rid of certain types of people. What would you do? Well, the first thing you would do, the most important thing you would do, would simply defund the police. Yeah. If you're a billionaire, a multimillionaire, you got no problem with that. You don't need the police. You've got private security. You live in gated communities. No problemo. But if you are a low-income white, a low-income black, a low-income brown, you're in deep trouble. You know why? Those are the main people the cops are supposed to protect. Low-income people, middle-class people, blacks, browns, and whites do not want to defund the police. They've got nobody to help them. So if you were going to defund the police, it would be a masterful stroke to destroy the middle class. What else would you do if you owned America and you said, hey, I need to kill a bunch of people? What policy would you implement? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? You'd cook up a fake COVID-19 scam. You'd cook up a fake pandemic, right? The whole thing was a fraud, and you know it. Everybody else knows it. The masks never did work. It was all a fraud. It was simply something to control you and perfect the software they need to be able to tell who you are, even if you're wearing a mask. Facial recognition software. The whole thing was a farce. And you know it is. You know it was a farce. So you would simply implement what? Quarantines. Absolutely. You'd quarantine as much of the country as you possibly can. You put them on lockdowns. But you would leave all the businesses open during the lockdown so the billionaires and the multimillionaires would still rake in their money. Yeah, you'd shut down the local businesses, the middle class businesses, the low income businesses. You got to shut them down, stop the spread of the virus. But you would leave open Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Walmart. Of course you would. You'd leave all them open. Duh. What do you think we are? What do you think, they're stupid? No, the people that are stupid are us. That whole thing was an absolute scam. Then you trump up the fear factor, right? Oh my God, this COVID-19 is killing everybody. This is terrible. Really? In 2021, flu deaths around the world plummeted, disappearing for absolutely no scientific reason. I wonder how that happened. Well, let me take a guess. They just transferred the flu deaths over to the COVID-19 deaths. Oh, that's so sweet. What else would you do if you wanted to kill a bunch of people? Let me think about it for a second. A vaccine. Yes, the research is all coming out now. It's all becoming crystal clear. The vaccine is designed to reduce your immunity to future infections. It's happening right now. They hid the side effects of the vaccine. The vaccine research is now coming out that if you took the vaccine plus 2 or 3 boosters, your immune system has been compromised for future infections. The data is coming out as clear as it can be that your chances of getting COVID, again, accelerate the more boosters you've got. It's so simple. What are they doing? Well, let's vaccinate 150 million Americans so that down the road, 2 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, they will all die off with compromised immune systems. Duh. Let's vaccinate all the kids because they don't need to be vaccinated. COVID-19 is no problem for children, but we have to compromise their immune systems so they simply die. See? You live, and then you let die. What else would you do if you owned America and you were the god of the country? What would you do if you wanted to kill people off? You'd stop prosecuting crimes. You'd start letting people out of prison based on equity. There's too many browns in prison. There's too many blacks in prison. So we're going to let them all out. Absolutely. What are they going to do when they get out? Become upstanding citizens? No, they're going to commit more crimes and they're going to commit more murder. No problemo. What would you want to do if you were going to try and kill people? Oh, you would create chaos in the middle class to destroy it. You'd stop prosecuting property crimes. You would allow people to pillage and steal and rob and do nothing about it. Of course you would. If you ran the country and you wanted to kill a bunch of people, again, this is all hypothetical, of course, what would you do? What would the devil do? What would you do? You'd take away their guns. Oh, really? Yeah, like New Zealand, like Australia, like Russia, like China, and like this week, Canada. You simply take away their guns. Why are you doing that? So you can kill more people. Well, how are you going to do that? Because if you take away the guns from the middle class, the lower class, if you make them turn their guns in, then only criminals, killers, murderers will have guns. Who are they going to kill? They're going to kill everybody who doesn't have a gun. Really? Brilliant. The first thing you've got to do is for depopulation in a society is take away their guns. That's exactly what they're doing here in America. They're going to come for your guns, and the cops are going to come take them from you. It's only a matter of time. It will probably happen within the next 24 months. What else would you do if you were going to try to kill a bunch of people and you own the country? Well, you'd make abortion unlimited, no restrictions. Abortion up to the moment of birth. Abortion post-birth. Yeah. What would you do? What would you do at the other end of the spectrum? You would kill the babies at this end. You would kill the elderly at the other, wouldn't you? Sure you would. You'd start spreading COVID-19 in care centers. You would send the virus in to the people who are the most susceptible to it. And you'd start wiping out rest homes. That's exactly what they did in New Jersey, Michigan, and New York, and California. Killing them off left and right. If you ran America and you wanted to kill people, hypothetically, what would you do? You'd institute physician-assisted suicide. That's right, of course you would. That way, you could legally kill people for a wide range of reasons. It's happening right now, California, Washington, Oregon. Physician-assisted suicide is now legal. Okay? What's going to happen in the future? It's all going to get worse. Mass murders, school killings, mall killings, department store killings, rioting in the streets, pillaging and burning, stealing, robbing. All of it is going to continue to accelerate. Who's going to survive this thing? Of course they are. The billionaires, the multimillionaires. It's no problemo. They survive, they live, and you die.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.